Hello, my dear ones. Today our lesson will be dedicated to the correct position of the head, the optimal position of the head. This lesson will be based on the Fielding Rise method. I will ask you to move only within your comfort zone, to do less than you want, to be lazy, and to stop until you feel that you are tired. You don't need to do it all the way or try hard. Instead, try doing less than you want, and you will see a truly significant result from this lesson. For now, just stand up. Now start turning your head from side to side, observing how freely your neck moves and what the range of motion is. Please do not push yourself to the limit of your range, and start turning to the right and then to the left, as if you want to look behind you. Observe the ease of this movement. Which direction is easier for you to turn and which more difficult? Observe. We will return to this at the end of the lesson and see what has changed. Now lie on your back. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms. And now, in a lying position, become aware of how you are lying on the floor. Feel the contact with the floor. You can close your eyes to feel more deeply from within. Observe how your heels rest on the floor. Try to notice the sensations in your feet, the pressure points, and the way your body connects with the ground. Do you feel one leg is slightly more turned outward than the other? How do your hips exactly touch the floor? Your pelvis? Perhaps one half of the pelvis and one buttock seem to sink a little more into the floor than the other. Just take a moment to notice the intricate details and subtle nuances in the environment around you. How does your lower back feel at the moment? How high is it currently elevated off the floor? Is there any tension there right now or not? How do you currently perceive your chest at this very moment in your personal view? Can you tell me the width of this object? Additionally, how does it make contact with the floor surface? And how are your shoulder blades positioned now? Your right shoulder blade, currently. The left shoulder, and there is likely a noticeable difference. One shoulder may be slightly higher off the floor than the other, creating an imbalance. Observe how your arms are positioned. Are they at the same distance from your torso, or is one arm a bit closer, perhaps due to muscle tension or habit? Which way are your palms facing, and do they feel relaxed or tense? And how exactly is your head positioned right now? Is it clearly and precisely centered right now? Your chest area. Is there any tension in the neck right now? Or any discomfort? What precisely is the current distance between the floor and your neck? Notice this. Please open your eyes. And now kindly raise your right hand up towards the ceiling. If you feel uncomfortable, friends, lying with your legs extended, you can always bend your knees and take a position that is comfortable for you. Please be gentle with yourself and take care of yourself. Stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. The tips of your fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. And now start gently reaching up towards the ceiling with your right hand and bringing it back down. Gently and slowly stretch your arm up towards the ceiling and then gently and carefully bring it back down. Try to carefully and gently notice how your shoulder blade starts to move. Move with a smaller amplitude than you want, and then you will start to notice much more. Your shoulder blade begins to move away from the spine when your arm reaches up towards the ceiling, and then approach as you return your hand to the starting position. Very softly, very smoothly. The arm is straight at the elbow, and you reach your hand up towards the ceiling and smoothly bring your hand back down. And now stretch your hand up towards the ceiling. Keep it in that position. And now, keeping your hand directed upwards towards the ceiling, throw the spatula onto the floor. And again, we reach our hand up towards the ceiling. Then you gently drop your shoulder onto the floor, allowing it to hit your mat. And such a slap happens. And friends, try not to look at me. Try to experience this within your body, simply following my commands. You start reaching your hand up towards the ceiling, and then you let go of your hand. But notice that your arm remains straight at the elbow the whole time. You are really initiating this movement at the shoulder blade, not by bending your arm at the elbow. And start tapping your shoulder blade on the floor. Don't be afraid. You won't injure yourself, just gently allow that tap to happen. Breathe calmly while doing this, without holding your breath. When we breathe, movement becomes much easier, and changes begin to occur in our body immediately. As soon as we hold our breath, we start to experience stress, and our muscles begin to tense up automatically. In other words, when we are not breathing, we keep ourselves in a state of tension all the time. And start to speed up while making this movement. Faster, faster, faster. The amplitude of movement will become smaller and smaller. Breathe calmly and allow the slaps to happen. Slap, 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 slap. Be precise in your movements. Friends, be aware of what you are doing and gradually slow down and lower your hand. And just lie down a little for a while and relax a bit and take a deep breath. Observe perhaps your breathing has already become completely different. Perhaps your shoulder blade is perhaps making contact with the floor differently now. Perhaps the chest feels different in some way or another now. Perhaps, maybe. And now stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. And begin to gently reach up with your left hand towards the ceiling. And then bring your arm back down. Very smooth and gentle movement. We don't try hard. On the contrary, we take it easy, doing less than we want. And observe what is happening. Friends, please try to truly be aware of your movements. Do not do any exercise on autopilot. We are not doing any exercises here. We are working deeply with the nervous system, noticing many things about ourselves and becoming aware of them so that you can live completely differently, using your body and your thinking in a different way. Your shoulder blade begins to move away from the spine and then come closer. Observe how it is on this side. Is there a difference between the right and left sides? Most likely, you will notice a difference. Movement may happen more freely, or perhaps on the contrary, it may be somewhat more difficult. Just notice. And now raise your arm up towards the ceiling and start dropping your shoulder blade to the floor. Stretch out and let your shoulder blade drop. Maintaining calm, even breathing, and simply observing the differences between the right and left sides. Is it easier for me to perform this movement here, or is it more difficult for me? Are you holding your breath on this side, or are you continuing to breathe calmly? And please stop when you feel it's enough, when you feel that you want to stop. At any point, if you feel that you really need to take a break or pause for a moment and reflect on your progress so far. We are learning to listen to ourselves. And lower your hand, take a little rest for a moment, and then relax. Observe the changes that have already occurred, carefully and closely, and stretch your arm once more, again. Lift up, stretch your arm a little more towards the ceiling. And we will gradually start to speed up, throwing the shoulder blade against the floor, observing that the arm remains straight, the elbow straight. We do not bend the arm at the elbow and begin to accelerate. The amplitude of movement will decrease. The faster you accelerate, the smaller the amplitude. And let your shoulder blades hit the floor. Slap, 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 slap. Breathe while doing this. Only the shoulder blade. And slowly we slow down and gently lower your hand. How are you breathing right now at this moment? Start gently and slowly turning your head, first to the right and then to the left. Observe how your head is moving right now, friends. It's not about the amplitude of the movement, it's about the quality of the movement. The slower you move, the deeper you feel. When we move quickly and unconsciously, we are always on the surface. As soon as we slow down, we indeed go truly deep within ourselves. Stop in the center, stretch both arms up towards the ceiling, and begin to reach up with both hands towards the ceiling and gently bring them back down. Reach up with both hands and gently bring them back down. How are your arms moving right now? Are they moving synchronously, or is one shoulder blade moving quite differently from the other? And try to perform this movement synchronously and with an amplitude that makes the movement symmetrical and uniform. It is possible that one shoulder blade glides more easily and with a greater amplitude. Try to move within the amplitude of the shoulder blade, where the movements are smaller, synchronizing these movements within your body. Lift your arms and start tapping the floor with shoulder blades, dropping them onto the floor. In the comfort zone, start to speed up a little, faster, even faster. Breathe. And slowly, gradually, we begin to slow down. Stop. Gently lower your hands. And be aware of what has changed. How are you breathing right now? What is Paul telling you about yourselves right now at this moment? Paul is our mirror, and Paul tells us about any changes that are happening to us. Now gently bend one leg at the knee, placing the foot on a support. Then bend the other leg at the knee and place the foot on a support. Find a comfortable position for your feet and let your feet be close enough to your buttocks so you will feel a really good support in your leg. And begin. Push the floor away with your feet. Gently tilt the pelvis backward, and while extending behind the knees, softly lift the pelvis, vertebra by vertebra, and then smoothly lower it back down. Friends, we are not trying to go high into the bridge yet. We are simply lifting the pelvis, vertebra by vertebra, and smoothly lowering it. We start with small movements. You gently roll onto the lumbar region, lifting the lumbar region and lowering it, rising and lowering, and now lift yourself up. Gently lift your pelvis slightly and carefully. Gently slide your right hand slightly under your sacrum. And now place your left palm on your right so that your palms are one on top of the other under your sacrum. And begin gently, smoothly, to lower yourself down, vertebra by vertebra, letting your pelvis rest on your palms. Allow the weight of your pelvis to sink into your hands. And then we gently sink our feet into Paul again, tilting the pelvis backward, lifting slightly out of the bridge, and softly lowering ourselves onto our hands. We literally move just a little, slightly lifting the pelvis and then lowering it, Our palms are resting under the sacrum. You breathe calmly. Move very slowly and very, very calmly, very smoothly. Breathe during this. Observe how your pelvis moves, how it rotates in relation to the thigh bones. As your lumbar region gently flattens, you lift into a bridge. Try to feel each of your vertebrae. And now lift your pelvis and switch your hands. If your right hand was underneath, now place your left hand down and put your right hand on top of your left. Change the position of your palms and continue to perform the same movement, lifting the pelvis and gently lowering it onto our palms. Use your legs with support from your feet. Your buttocks are completely relaxed and the sacrum is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. We are not tensing anywhere, and we breathe calmly during this. And now lift the pelvis, remove your hands, and lower yourself vertebra by vertebra. Become aware of how your pelvis is positioned right now, how you feel it at this moment. We will do a bridge together. We sink our feet in, tilting the pelvis backward, rising higher and higher to the level between the shoulder blades. And then gently, smoothly, we lower ourselves down, vertebra by vertebra. And we rise up again into a bridge, and we lower down. And now, friends, lift yourselves into a bridge. As high as you can lift yourself without experiencing discomfort in the lumbar region. Your feet are close to your buttocks, and then you will be slightly more comfortable. And please, friends, do not push your lumbar region up away from yourself. You are always reaching far away from yourself behind your knees. We have lifted ourselves into the bridge as high as is comfortable for you right now. And now, start drawing circular movements. With your pelvis, drawing a circle around your cervical spine region and also your shoulder blades and shoulder joints. The movement of the pelvis provides a massage and movement to the area of the upper part of the thoracic region. Feel as if you are starting to draw a circle around your lower cervical vertebra, where the transition from the neck to the thoracic region occurs in the area between the shoulder blades. You are using your legs well, drawing a circle clockwise, then counterclockwise. Please breathe, friends, and stop when you have had enough. This area is very often where we develop a hump, where a lot of tension accumulates. We are now gently drawing a circle around this area. Stop. Lower your pelvis, extend one leg, extend the other leg, and just lie down, feeling how this movement has changed something inside you. Maybe someone feels relief in their neck, or for someone else, their head is positioned differently now. It seems like the pattern of breathing has undergone a noticeable change, perhaps becoming more irregular or different from what it was before. Once again, bend one leg at the knee and bend the second leg at the knee. Place your feet on the support, closer to the buttocks, so that you feel a good support in your legs. And again, we lift the pelvis, tilting it slightly backward, rising as high as is comfortable. And now, friends, start drawing a circle around your right shoulder blade, around your right shoulder. You initiate the movement from the pelvis, and circular movements of the pelvis create circular motions in the area of your right shoulder blade. We draw a circle around the right shoulder blade. You move in one direction around the circle first, then change direction. Move very slowly, being aware of what you are doing and how you are doing it. Are you tensing your lumbar region? Are you tensing your buttocks? Are you really actually drawing a circle around your right shoulder blade right now? The weight of the right shoulder blade alternates between increasing and decreasing. And now start drawing a circle around the left shoulder blade, observing how this movement occurs here. And please rest when you feel it is enough, or better yet, before you feel that it is enough. We do not try, we are lazy. Move slowly, smoothly, very relaxed. To one side and to the other side in a balanced and harmonious manner. And let everything go. Lower your pelvis gently. Stretch your legs slowly. Stretch your arms. And stay within yourself, friends. In fact, we are not resting right now. We are reading the information about the changes that have occurred within our bodies. The floor gives us feedback on what has changed inside us. Once again, bend one leg at the knee and the other leg at the knee. Lift your pelvis as high as you can right now, friends, without clenching the sacrum and without straining the lower back. And now slide your right hand under your back, under the thoracic region to the left, while sliding your left hand to the right and grasping your elbows. Your left hand holds your right elbow and your right hand holds your left elbow, friends, as much as possible. If this is not possible, you can hold on to your forearm or wrist. Yes, that is, please hold on in a way that is comfortable for you. And now, in this position, begin to gently and very slowly lower your spine, vertebra by vertebra, down. And lift up slowly. Friends, please breathe calmly. We lift up gently and softly lower ourselves down, imagining that your spine is without bones. It is very soft. And with each exhale, you become softer and softer. You have very, very soft bones that envelop your arms. Breathe calmly. Lower your pelvis as much as is comfortable for you so that everything feels comfortable. There should be no discomfort or feeling that it is difficult for you and that you are holding your breath. Lift the pelvis, unfold the arms, and lower yourself smoothly, vertebra by vertebra. Take a little rest and allow yourself some time to relax and rejuvenate. It's important to take breaks and give your mind and body a chance to recover. And now everyone will have different sensations. The arms have settled in a completely different way, while for others the shoulders have opened up. Some people have their heads positioned differently, while others feel their lower back and pelvis have relaxed and are positioned differently. Just simply notice and calmly observe what is happening inside you. And again, bend your legs at the knees. If they were not bent, lift your pelvis. And we again clasp our hands in the same lock. Under our thoracic region, stay in this position with the pelvis lifted off the ground. And now, we begin to draw circles around our neck and around our shoulder blades. Let's visualize the C7 vertebra. Our cervical vertebra, friends, is the connection of our neck with our rib cage, our collarbones, and our shoulder blades. In this position, with the pelvis lifted off the ground, we begin to draw circles around our neck and shoulder blades. Let's visualize the C7 vertebra, which is the connection of our neck with our rib cage, collarbones, and shoulder blades. And you gently massage this area by drawing a circle in a circular motion. To one side, then to the other. Please breathe calmly. Please slow down your speed. This particular area is very often overstrained with traffic and congestion. And this changes the position of our head. The head moves forward. Our posture is disrupted. And we feel bad because of it. Stop. Uncross your arms. Gently lower yourself down and stretch your legs. Now lie down and rest. noticing all the changes that are happening inside you. Perhaps you are breathing now into those parts that you have never breathed into before, in a way that you might not have noticed before. Perhaps some feelings are rising within you. Allow everything to be. If tears are welling up for someone, allow yourself to cry. Don't keep it inside. Let everything out, everything that rises. These can be different feelings. It can be anger, it can be resentment. There may be anger, and some may feel like laughing. Experience all your emotions, friends, and let them out. Thus, we release the entrenched and trapped feelings from our bodies and free ourselves from them, thereby relaxing our body and our nervous system. And now bend your legs at the knees again, finding a comfortable position for your feet. And now gently extend your arms out to the sides so that your palms are at shoulder level. You can look to the right, look to the left, and check that your palms are at shoulder level. The palms are facing down towards the floor. And we lift the pelvis as high as possible, as much as is comfortable for you. And so in this position of the hands, we also begin to draw circles slightly around our shoulder blades, around our neck, very gently. And we draw circles with our pelvis. And you definitely feel the effect noticeably and significantly on the upper thoracic region. Smoothly to one side, then to the other. Notice what changes based on the position of your hands, how this movement begins to happen slightly differently. Observe carefully and mindfully whether your jaw and tongue are relaxed, and notice if they are relaxed or not. Are you not tightening your lips? Is everything relaxed? And lower your pelvis smoothly, vertebra by vertebra. Place your hands along your body. You can stretch your legs, or you can keep them bent. Once again, stretch your arms to the sides, lift your pelvis up again, and now continue to make circular movements. Start very slowly, friends, sliding your hands along the floor behind your head, as if you want to lead your straight arms to the top of your head while keeping your shoulders relaxed and lowered. At some point, your palms may turn up towards the ceiling, and you glide your hands and come back. Friends, please, there's no need to immediately place your hands behind your head. We will start slowly. We move a little towards our ears and then return back, slightly continuing to draw a circle. Change the side of your circle and gradually introduce your hands. Behind the head, making circular movements. We do not have the task of connecting the arms in any way. Gently bring your arms back, very slowly, very smoothly. And lower your pelvis. Stretch one leg, stretch the other leg. And rest. Observe your breathing. Observe any changes that have occurred. There are many changes happening in the body right now. Once again, bend one leg at the knee, place the foot of the second leg on a support, raise your pelvis as high as possible. Gently slide your right hand again under your chest and carefully grab your left elbow. With your left elbow, grab your right elbow. We are in this kind of lock. And now, friends, start pulling your right elbow to the left with your left hand. And the tip of your nose is always slightly looking up at the ceiling. Your head has shifted to the right, friends, but it is not turning anywhere. It is always looking up at the ceiling. That is, you have slipped your back to the right, and now with your right hand, pull yourself by your left elbow. And your head slides to the left. And start pulling yourself by one elbow, and then by the other elbow. And your spine makes such side bends. One side begins to open up a little more than the other side. At the same time, your head, my friends, is always directed straight up towards the ceiling. Here, you really want to turn your head somewhere. You simply slide the back of your head along the floor. And the tip of the nose is always gently looking up at the ceiling. And slowly breathe. Move gently, very slowly, within your comfort zone. Please do not push yourself to the limit of amplitude. Stop when you feel it's enough. Okay, friends? Not when I stop, but when it's enough for you. Let everything go. Stretch your legs. Notice what has changed. Start gently turning your head, first to one side and then to the other, with a very small amplitude, paying attention to the quality of the turn of your head. How is your head positioned right now, and how do you perceive your chest, the area of support of your chest with the floor? Maybe it has become much wider, and your back has become flatter. The pelvis may be positioned completely differently. The legs may be lying in a different way. Once again, gently bend your knees. Slowly stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your palms together and hold them there. Lift your pelvis up as high as you can, wherever it feels most comfortable. And start in this position to draw circular movements with your pelvis around your neck, around your shoulder blades. And whoever can, friends, start by keeping your arms straight without bending them at the elbows to draw another circle with your hands. Your pelvis draws a circle around your neck and your arms draw another circle. You are drawing two circles. There is no right or wrong. Friends, please do not look at me. And I don't know the right solution either, just like you. No one knows. Just play around. Move the pelvis to one side, initiating the movement to the other side. It is important that we keep our arms straight. We draw a circle with our hands, as if we want to draw on the ceiling, slightly moving our hands behind our head. Please, everyone stay within your comfort zone. A little crazy, strange movements. We will see later what they will bring to your body. And stop. Slowly lower your hands and gently stretch your legs carefully. What is Paul currently telling you about yourselves right now? Has Paul become friendlier towards you? Has Paul become softer? Or perhaps, maybe you have also become softer? How are your shoulder blades positioned on the floor right now, at this moment? How exactly is your head positioned right now at this very moment, currently? How do you currently perceive your hands at this moment? your lower back right now, your pelvis. The sensation you feel when the contact of your thighs makes contact with the floor, extending all the way down to the heels of your feet, is quite unique and noticeable. Now, very slowly, friends, we very gently and carefully, smoothly roll over to either side and transition into a standing position. We lay very smoothly throughout the lesson. Slowly, friends, please don't jump up. Yes, be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to get used to the vertical position. And smoothly, in a harmonious manner, we rise together. And with great unity, stand up straight. Become fully aware of yourself while you are in a standing position, noticing how your body feels and the way you are balanced. How are you standing right now? How do you currently perceive the support in your legs? What is the current position of your head right now, compared to its usual position for you exactly, precisely? Begin by gently turning your head from one side to the other, slowly and carefully. Notice any differences or changes in how your neck feels or moves. What has changed for you? And start to fully turn your whole body, first to one side and then to the other, noticing what has changed here. Right now, please do not pick up your phones. If you have 5-10 minutes, just take a walk and absorb all the changes that have occurred within you, merge with them. Please do this, and then share how you are. Wishing everyone a good day. Goodbye.